A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the presentation area for the second round of the Brisbane Collision Centre Queensland Touring Car Championship. A day not without its dramas, both off and on the circuit. Not least one bit of stupidity that will live with us for a rather long time. However, let's focus on the positives of the day and not the wounded warriors and the stupidity that happened out there in race 3. I've got Mark Giorgio here as category manager. I've got Les Hannafin to shake some hands as well as one of the sponsors through Hanno's Car Care of the Brisbane Collision Centre Queensland Touring Car Championship. Michael Woodcroft from Brisbane Collision Centre will be up here as well to shake hands with the top three from the three divisions a little bit later on as well. Let's start with some milestones though, ladies and gentlemen. 50 and 100, etc. race milestones here. Now, the club apologises. There will be stickers coming in due course, just not tonight, but we're going to acknowledge these now and then we'll deal with the formalities at the next round. 50 races for Rob Droder.
Well done, mate.
Hey Rob, obviously while you're up here, I know you're not a huge wordsmith, but I need to get some words from you anyway. What happened there? You came home a little bit lame in that last race. You were a little bit slow coming towards the line. What happened?
Done an alternator earlier today, so we pinched the battery out of Stewie's car, hoping to get us through, but didn't sort of come off, and a little bit of an overheating problem, going into limp mode, so we just sort of cruised around, misfiring, and tried to finish the race.
Extraordinary day of attrition, really.
Yeah, it's all fun and games. Some damn good racing out there today on everyone's behalf, and everyone put a big effort in. That was great.
Indeed, they did. 50 races, that's a nice little milestone to notch up.
Yeah, it is actually. I didn't think I'd ever get there. The amount of off I've had off the track late in the last couple of seasons, so it's good.
I just got to realise that we're on camera as well, so I've got to have the QTCC logo pointing to the camera and not masking tape. Anyway, hey, well done to you. Hopefully onward and upward for the next round, but you're just one of many going home a little bit wounded car-wise, mechanically speaking, on what's been an interesting day here.
Yeah, no, it's been good. At least I can fix that. At least it's not bent. That's the main thing.
Exactly. Rob Droder, everybody. Stay here, mate, if you want. We'll get a photo with all the milestones if you want. Stay up here. 100 races, and what a nice fight back from this guy today on the back of some disappointment at Lakeside. Chris Brown! And a very popular one as well.
Thanks, mate.
Don't worry, I won't subject you to too many chats here because we're going to get you back up for the outright podium a little bit later on. 150 races, and I tell you what, two great blokes as far as the Queensland Touring Car Championship is concerned, and one, no doubt, looking forward to happy hour with Hanno this evening. 150 races rather for Murray Kent and Nick Linton. Here they come.
We're both very similar.
Come on through, boys. Murray, same deal as Chris. We'll talk to you when we get you up here for outright a little bit later on. It's all gone to hell here very quickly. Nick Linton. Nick, come back and have a chat, mate. Come back and have a chat. We're going to get a photo with all the milestone boys, but I want to have a chat to you as well because you've got to come in here because there's a microphone waiting for you. Come here. Oh dear, the joys of live drama, right? Hey, Nick.
Live? Are we live?
Yes, we are. So don't swear at me, please, because it makes my job of editing a hell of a lot more difficult.
No pressure then.
No pressure at all. Good day at the office for you. You brought the thing home in one piece.
Excellent.
And 150 races. What does that mean to you?
Well, it was a big surprise, honestly. But it's been some years, so I guess they notch up and everything. I lose count, but that's fantastic. No, I'm very pleased there. And in those 150 races, there's barely been an incident. It's been a great club. I've always had huge support. And today and this weekend, and practice included, there, has just gone so well. No dramas at all.
I was going to say, sorry, mate. In the time that I've
That sticks out.
in the time that we've spent together, travelling, talking Queensland touring cars and whatever else, I've never heard you say a bad word about the category. But is this on par?
I've stuck up for the category.
You've stuck up for the category, and you've
in situations where I probably shouldn't have stuck up quite so much. But anyway, that's history. And
of course. Your other love is Group N Hysterics as well. Are the two on par, or do you prefer one better than the other? Come on, I'm going to ask you the tough question now.
I've virtually retired the Little Orange Tirana. Last two events it's been hit by people needlessly, and I think it's a target, and really it's too valuable these days, and honestly dearer to put on track than the VT Commodore. Yeah. Quite a bit dearer, honestly, you know. Yeah. I can't get great second-hand tyres for the Tirana. They're always new, so there's over 1,000 straight up for a weekend, and so it goes on. So it's cheap and cheerful. The Commodore's been so reliable there, it's just amazing.
Have you got 50 more in you to notch up 200?
Oh yeah, I reckon.
It'll take a couple of years, but
yeah. A couple of years. Well, I hope a couple of years anyway. Yeah. I'm looking ahead.
As long as they sell Victoria bid, you can't be right.
Yes, I'll be somewhere close to it anyway.
For the benefit of those of you at home who didn't hear that was Dan Cooter saying, as long as they sell Victoria Bidder, Nick will be here.
Are we doing advertising, are we? On this
pretty much so. Hey, nicely done, mate. Congratulations. Nick Linton, 150 races, everybody. Murray Kent, 150 races. And also, a guy that I need to mention, but he's not here at the moment, otherwise we'd be having a chat to him as well. 50 races for Mark Hyde today as well. The milestones for this round of the championship, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll move on very shortly to potluck pole winners, but we're going to go to Hard Charger Award winners first, because we're going to get Hannah to shake a few more hands here. Now, for the Hard Chargers today, we've got some oil for you to take home, and the trophies will be coming in due course as well. So, the Hard Charger, well done boys, the Hard Charger today in Group C, Luke Beveridge.
Well done, Luke. Congratulations, mate. Thank you.
The little Bimmer's got a fair bit of grunt today.
Yeah, it was running quite well.
What did you make of the day at the office? I mean, the Team Schnitzel boys, they were going along quite nicely, and your little Bimmer powering along very well as well.
Had a good run with the Schnitzel boys, especially Dean and Andrew. Had a really good run and good battle. It was probably one of the best race days I've had in a long time.
And what's the game going forward, and how handy will the oil come in?
Definitely need to do an oil change on the car for the next event and get it ready for next time.
All right, Luke Beveridge, everybody, well done, mate. Congratulations. Come back and stay here, mate, because there's a couple of other Hard Charger Award winners to come as well. Group B. And I'm always reminded, whenever I'm talking about this bloke, I've got to remember and mention to everybody that it's the only LS1 in the field, Gary Anger. Well done, mate. Nicely done. Good stuff. It's his claim to fame. We're going to have
it's not really the only LS1, but I tell everyone that.
Yeah. We're going to have a bit more of a chat to you later on, but the oil will come in handy.
Yeah, definitely. I use Pro Lube anyway, so it's good.
Excellent.
I'll back to him.
Yeah, 100%. Gary Anger, everybody, well done. And in Group A, the Hard Charger today, and this has been a long time coming, eventually he was bound to break out of B, Michael Woodcroft. Yeah, you are. Fourth interview of the day, I think, for you. You're on a record.
Yeah.
Leave
me alone.
In all of that, the hard work now begins, because you've finally been bumped up to the outright stakes, and now the challenge is on to try and catch that other Tirana just sitting over there.
Yeah, look, no chance at all. I don't think there's much more in the car or me, really, but we've made it to there, so it's really good. And we might get some more, but I don't think we'll be doing 17s or 18s or 57s at Lakeside or anything. Not anytime soon. I'm too soft and cautious.
Cautious, that's the right word to use, not soft.
That's
cautious.
the word my wife always loves to hear. I'm safe and cautious.
I don't think I've ever, and I've been doing this for 15 years, I don't think I've ever heard a motor racing driver refer to themselves as too soft. Cautious, yes, but soft, no. But pedal to the metal, plenty of grunt left in that car. It went pretty well today, except for the spin here in race 3. That kind of brought you undone, but it was the charge back through that saw you break out, if anything. In all of that, though, it's a nice way to bounce back after the way Lakeside ended.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's been a long, hard road. The boys have helped us all year trying to get this thing sorted so that it wouldn't be pulling gearbox seals out of it every 10 minutes, and we finally got there. So now it's another great day's racing, so we can battle on again. It's good. And
the great thing as well, with regards to being up in A now, is being able to be the beneficiary of the. Well, I say this is a good thing for you, but it's a bad thing for the outright stakes. You're a beneficiary of the misfortune of those around you. Even though you're saying there's not much more in the car and you've got as much pace out of it as you can, just pottling along nicely and recording those consistent results might serve you well going forward.
Yeah, reliability now and consistency is what we're going to play at now for sure. But the championship's never been in my grasp. It's just having fun with the boys and having a great time with everyone here. And that's what it's all about, really, for me.
We'll see you back up here to do some handshaking a little bit later on. Michael Woodcroft, ladies and gentlemen, from Brisbane Collision Centre. And I'm going to do a little bit of texting on the go here because I'm getting people asking about my whereabouts. And we'll continue on with the presentation. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, as well, Les Hannafin, thank you very much for doing some handshaking. We appreciate that. We bring in Mark Giorgio to present the Potluck Pole Award winners. Now, the Group C Potluck Pole Award has jackpotted to the next round because the car that was going to win that award broke down and therefore became ineligible. So therefore, that jackpots to 2 days of Thunder weekend, the next round of the championship in 5 weeks' time. Group B, netting a nice little $160, and I shouldn't have made him walk away. Les Hannafin! We had to change the run sheet of the presentation just so that we could nick Hanno off and get him back again. Mate, that's a nice little way to end the day and a consistent day for the Valvoline Commodore.
Yeah, the car was really good, mate. The driver could get a bit better, but the car was awesome. Thanks very much for this. I really appreciate it. It's been really fantastic racing with all these great guys, great club. Really enjoy my racing. Thanks very much, guys.
And for someone that supports the category, he gets a little bit of his own back. Does that go over the bar at Eaton Hill?
Yeah, with me and Nick.
Yep, I thought that might be the case. Happy hour's already on, mate. Well done. Let's have it for everybody. Good work. And the Potluck Pole Award winner in Group A, netting a nice little $160 and getting one up on the Holden Brigade, the BMW of Pommy John Swarbrick. That's nice, all right. That's a nice feed on the way home, or happy hour tomorrow.
Happy hour tomorrow, the Scarborough Boat Club. Thanks, guys. I have had the best day today racing. I've had a shit of a week, and this cemented the week for me. It was brilliant, and all you guys, the guys I raced hard with, I got to say, it was bloody awesome. Thank you very much, all of you. Cheers.
And to be fair, mate, I'm not going to let you go without one more question. To be fair, at times there today, you had the best seat in the house, even though you were jostling in amongst Group B. They threw on a hell of a show.
Oh, it was the whole day for me, chasing people, being chased, and watching some of the guys. It was just awesome. The whole lot. Those Group B, everybody was gentleman racing. It was fantastic. Thank you. Yeah.
Dropping back to Group B, says Gary Anger. John Swarbrook, everybody. Rightio, now to the heavy hitters of town. And I know that you're all looking at the clock thinking happy hour or dinner or something, so we'll whip through this as quick as we can. So what we'll do, in a point of difference to Lakeside, instead of getting you all up individually, I'll get you all up now and we'll do the interviews when you're all up here. Let's start with Group C, if you don't mind. Is that all right with you? Are you happy with that? Good point. Michael Woodcroft, can you come back up and do some handshaking and present some trophies for us on behalf of Brisbane Collision Centre? The naming rights partner, the naming rights sponsor of the Queensland Touring Car Championship in 2021. Let's start with Group C. Consistency was the key here, and I'll explain that in just a moment. Of course, unfortunately for Murray Riley, he pulled up lame in race 3, wasn't able to get out there for race 4, but it meant that we now have 4 different race winners in Group C across the course of the opening 2 rounds of the championship, which is just fantastic variety at this point, this early point of the season, and there's still 4 rounds to go. Third place today, another round podium for Andrew Knight. For the Team Schnitzel, Motorsport BMW, nicely done. Second place today, flying the flag for the blue oval, and that is oh so nice to see, especially in the absence of Mark Hyde. He's already walking towards me, Mr. Confident, Paul Bonacorso! He just knew. And first today, he seemed a little bit despondent with 4 seconds, but it's enough for the round win. Matt Davitt. Oh, look at that, a Ford and a Schnitzel sandwich. Very nicely done. On the podium you go. Andrew Knight. Nice to see a teammate on the podium, but it's normally you leading the team home.
Doesn't matter who comes home, mate, long as someone does.
We spoke to you at the start of the day. You weren't quite sure, given the pace of the other cars around you had, you'd fared, but third outright's a handsome result.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I didn't think I was going to get in. I was well gone, but as you said, consistency plays well.
Exactly. Just explain to us as well how hard you were pushing into turn 6 in that last race, because I saw the brakes lock on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
Question asked, question answered. Andrew Knight, third place, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Bonacorso.
Yes.
The old blue oval did good.
Yes, it did. I was very happy with it. It just keeps revving that little motor. It's awesome. Yeah.
And it just keeps getting better, mate. Your pace, your consistency, your performance has just improved leaps and bounds over the last 12 to 18 months.
Yes, learning all the time, little things all the time, and it is making the difference. The little tweaks between each races and finding out what was causing the problem is the biggest thing, and fixing it, and it's made a difference.
And what about the mix-up at tracks today? Did you enjoy that?
I loved it, and I got to say, I think it was 39 cars started, but we ended up at 25 on short tracks like that. Not one rub. Did anyone have a rub today? Not one rub.
No.
That's brilliant. Oh, really well. Awesome, everyone. I think it's great.
I agree with you. And just quickly, how much did you enjoy racing the smaller, lighter, nimble BMW?
Oh man, you're just pushing me on. Well, until today, I haven't four-wheel drift on 1 and 2. Until you're behind me, pushing me. Yeah, they're making me corner faster, that's for sure.
All right, can I share that step with you? Because otherwise my arms are going to struggle to reach Matty Devitt here. Hey, mate, well done. That's an outright result. Sure, not a race win per se, but a round win, and that's got to be sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic day. Obviously, I've got to thank Lance for not fixing Malcolm's car, and I could borrow his radiator hose this morning, because otherwise I wouldn't have started the day. My girls coming out, Dad, the committee members, the rest of Team Schnitzel, and all the other competitors. Oh, fantastic.
You must have been praying to find a way around either the Ford or the Holden earlier in the day, because it didn't matter if it was Murray or it was Paul, one of them was leading you home.
Yeah, no substitute for horsepower. 2 extra cylinders, can't beat it, but just got to try harder.
But it's testament to the BMWs, though. Those things ran all day long and did so well.
Oh, great little car. Fantastic. I'm glad I got talked into getting one.
Who did the talking, by the way? Was it this bloke here?
It had a lot to do with it.
I thought that might be the case. All right, I'm going to go out of the way so Fiona can take some photos, ladies and gentlemen. The Group C podium for round 2 of the championship. Here at Queensland Raceway. And of course, this is the first of 4 visits to the paperclip in 2021, the first of 3 race meetings to feature night racing as part of our championship. But thankfully, for those of you that like the more traditional race weekend, this is the last one-day meeting until August. We've got a couple of 2-days coming up. I'm looking forward to that as well. Let's have a look at Group B now for you. Oh, this is fantastic. 3rd place today. This car hasn't been on the grid since 2019. This driver hasn't been on the grid since the Lakeside Tribute last year. His teammate beat him home earlier on in the day, but the engine cried foul. He got to the end of the 4th race. His engine cried foul. He still walks away with 3rd for the round. Lance Jogalite. And I've just given away a little bit of an industry secret there, but I'll get to him on that in just a moment. 2nd place today, after the win in round 1, his consistent run continues, and I think when you look at the championship points, you'd be hard-pressed if this guy wasn't leading the outright fight as far as Group B is concerned. Rob Droider. And first for the round, I said during the call, during the commentary, and I hope that this sits well with this bloke. This is a guy that, from my end, personifies what grassroots motorsport is all about. It is great to see him back on the podium. He's been a consistent front runner in either Group B or Group A2, whatever the case may be over the years. And it's always nice to see the guys that do it on a budget, do well, and reap the rewards. Gary Anger. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Hugs are us. That's a very happy man right there. We'll get to him in just a moment. And some very proud parents watching on as well, and some very proud family members as well. Lance Jogalite, nice to see you. Great to see you back on the grid for one. Great to see you back on the podium. Unfortunately, though, it might be the last time we see you for a little while because that engine's had enough finally.
Yeah, finally let me down. 5 years, but hey, what do you do? I've said for the last probably 3 years, I hope it gets me through this race. Yeah. And today was that race, so...
Great relief for you, though. I mean, obviously disappointing for Leon to get the Group B win earlier in the day and then not be able to run race 4.
Yep.
You get to run race 4 and then your car cries foul. How lucky was the timing on that you were able to get that thing to the checkered flag?
It started on lap 1 and I went, you know what, it's just going to go or it's going to explode. So, and it finished, so happy days.
But park it now, and obviously that'll be a little bit of time on the sideline, but we'll still see you around the paddock in some capacity.
I'll definitely be there, but I won't be racing. It'll be a little while, so, yeah.
He'll be there. That's the main thing. Lance Jogalite, well done. Unlucky, because that's just another story in a day full of chapters and verses where attrition was the key word, unfortunately. Rob Droider, consistency is the key to a championship. That's second, but it wasn't as easy as it looked.
No, it definitely wasn't easy. It was a tough old day. I thought I was chasing Woody, but Woody's not even out there with us. He's jumped up a class. So, it's found at the end of the day. But anyway, it was good racing, and Gary and Lance put a hell of a good show, and what can I say? It was a good weekend.
Exactly. Didn't start to... Woody's just saying here, for those of you watching at home, I was trying to drag you into A with me, but not the case. You're still in B for the moment. Talk us quickly through what happened qualifying to race 1, because you had to work your way back through the pack in race 1.
Yeah, just had a bad qualifying. The car felt good. I thought it was good, but when we got the results, I was bloody slow. So then that's when I get a wriggle on to catch everybody.
And it just goes to show, doesn't it? We had that clamp down partway through qualifying. We had 30-odd cars on track. Bloody tough to find some clear real estate out there.
Yeah, it was. You know, that was playing big havoc. The track was still pretty greasy and slippery. You know, it eventually come around and it all turned out good in the end.
Indeed. All right, let's move from Rob Droder to the round winner to Gary Anger. Geez, that must feel sweet. I mean, this has been a while coming.
It has. I think it's been about 3 years since I got a first, but had to do a fair bit of sandbagging today. But
well, you did break out once.
Yeah, and it's a track that I'm not actually really good on. Yeah, I'm actually not. I'm not comfortable on that track, but I can believe that. Yeah, I broke out on it. But the car's running really strong, which is good. Awesome drive by Lance and Woody, and also Leon. Sort of kept me on my toes, that's for sure. Had an issue in the third race, broke an axle. Fixed that up, and we only just got on the second race. Only just got on the track for the third race. Done well in that, so yeah, it was good.
You've been battling little gremlins with this car for somewhere in the vicinity of 2 to 3 years. It looks as though, touch wood, it's in a spot where it's sweet and good to go for a long while yet. Is that something that sits well with you going forward? I mean, are you willing to jump up to A if given the chance?
No, that's a flogged out old Commodore. No, I don't know. I don't think I will. I don't have the horsepower to do that. If Brownie wants to supply me an engine, if somebody wants to supply, Hannah can supply me brakes, I'll do it. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not going to happen.
As I said in the call, it's sort of one up for the budget racer. You getting back onto the top step of the podium. It has been a while between drinks.
Yeah, it's a lot of help as well from Murray Kent, Phil Crompton, Hannah, like, you know, just to get the car to the way it is. We haven't really done anything to it. We just tighten up nuts and bolts and screws. That's about it, and it just seems to be running really well for some unknown reason.
And there was one drama today that we must touch on. How quickly your team were able to work on an axle change there between races 2 and 3. That was mega stuff.
Curtis and Dylan, like, hands down, they knocked that over in no time. You know, thanks to Curtis, done an awesome job.
Because it hasn't been, to elaborate, it wasn't as simple as it looked. Yes, first on points, but with a fair bit of stress in between races 2 and 3 because it was only about a 35-minute turnaround. But great to see you back on the podium. You've been the bridesmaid in the championships on a couple of occasions to Stewie Walker. But Group B is now a wide open race and you're well and truly in it. Well done.
It'd be nice to win it one day.
It would. Gary Anger, everybody, on the podium for Group B in the second round of the Brisbane Collision Centre Queensland Touring Car Championship. And that is a huge moment. Because, as we said, Woodcroft broke out into Division A, Droder had his issues, and Gary and Lance played the consistent key, and they got there in the end to be first and third for the round. But well done to Gary Anger, a great result. Group A, let's go there. And I think you know how this plays out, ladies and gentlemen, because when you look at the form guide and you look at the results sheets, it was first, second, third in races 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it will be no surprise to anyone that we say that the championship leader, Matthew Hark, was third today. Second place was the man that pocketed a 100 start sticker a little bit earlier on this evening, Chris Brown. And it's been a while since we've been able to say this at Queensland Touring Car Championship level, but our TA2 driver is back with us and picking up right where he left off. Round 2 winner, Murray Kent. Well, Hawkeye, let's talk to you first. Hey, not a bad day out. hard to go with these two ahead of you. I like what Murray's doing. Murray's not even using the ledge here for first because he's tall enough, and he's got these two covered even without the step. Matty, an interesting day at the office, but a consistent day, and one that will inherit the championship lead for you on the back of some troubles for your main opposition at Lakeside.
I'll just come and be consistent, trying to run with them. I can't keep up, but yeah, it's commiserations to Stewie, but is what it is, racing.
Exactly right. You tell me that it's not about a championship defence, but the results would suggest that consistency is going to be key to title number 2.
Yeah, but I just come because I enjoy it, so I like racing, I'll be here racing. So
the first race driver to ever say that number 1 is a bonus.
It is.
However, in saying all of that, what goes on between now and 2 days of thunder as far as you and the car is concerned? You got 5 weeks.
Change the oil.
That's about it. So you're telling me it goes back on the trailer and you're happy with it to the point where it's just an oil change and back here?
Pretty well, yeah. Clean it up, take the bugs off the windscreen, check the wheel alignment, come again.
I'd say you're only one of a couple of people saying that at the end of the day, that it's as simple as an oil change and back again. Matty Hark, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Brown. As I said to you off air, and I'll say to you again, nice way to fight back after the disappointment of 2 separate issues at Lakeside. And whilst you weren't overly confident of being able to run with Murray Kent today, you gave him a hurry up all the way.
I think Murray still had my measure, but I hope Murray comes back and does some more rounds so we can maybe I can step it up a bit and keep with Murray. But thoroughly enjoyed it.
Indeed, and Murray's popular enough here at the presentation to be getting phone calls from the fan club, so we'll get to him in just a moment. Brownie, let's continue with you for a moment. That was a superb performance. I mean, I think I'm right in saying, based on everything I've heard, that you've pocketed a lap record for the sprint circuit, or is it the clubman?
Sprint circuit, I think, today, yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit of a surprise. I think I had a bit of a carrot dangling in front of me trying to chase Murray, so it was good. It was good.
And I guess the one thing working in your favour, unlike Group B and C, no breakout.
No, it's good. It's good, yeah.
Thoughts on 2 days of thunder, because we go back to 2-day race meetings, which means it's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less rushed.
I quite like the 1 day meeting. It keeps you on your toes and it's done and dusted. But yeah, 2 days of thunder is always a great meeting, so at least we're a bit racing at night where we can't see the corners and stuff. So
yes.
Murray and I being sort of pioneers on that one, like trying to find the braking areas. But 2 days of thunder, great meeting. So see how we go.
And it's great that Queensland Touring Car Championship will be headlining that again. Chris Brown, everybody. Let's go to Murray Kent. I'm going to come round the back here. I'll keep it short and sweet and painless for you.
Thank you.
I am short compared to him, you're right. Picked up exactly where you left off a couple of years ago. Back on top, the Tirana looked good. And from the outside looking in, it looks as though it goes back on the trailer and you don't need to touch it before you bring it back again.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, I just washed it. I haven't driven it for about 3 years, so yeah, washed it and changed the oil, like Matt said. But yeah, it was just good fun. It was good to be back. We were talking earlier about why we do this and just the relationships over the years. So many friends that have been built up over the years. That's why I wanted to come back. I probably won't do another one this year, but there was a good chance to catch up with everyone. It was really good.
Quickly, since you say that you might not do another one this year, and we hope that's wrong, we hope you're back twice, maybe 3 more times. But obviously it'd be remiss of me at this point not to ask you about TA2 next stop, Winton.
Yeah, a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, a bit cold, but yeah, it's good fun down there. Yeah, try and I'm not going to have a win down there, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's good fun.
Big difference, I guess, in terms of, well, it's a bit more modern than the Tirana. This category is always interesting because you bring what you build, but TA2, the reason I went there was you're in a car that's the same as the one next to you, so you sort of know how you're going. Yeah. So, and this is it's a completely different kettle of fish, you know. One places the emphasis on mechanical reliability as much as it does driver ability, and the other, TA2, places an emphasis on the driver more than anything.
Yeah, there's a bit of setup stuff. I've learned a lot, probably a lot of driving stuff, but also setup of how cars sort of work from a setup point of view. So that's been good too.
and of course, looking at the Queensland Touring Car Championship stakes, things have never been better here. Numbers through the roof, racing entitlement contracts going out the door, and you're still heavily involved, even if you're not on track.
Yeah, I'll more than happy to help out, and yeah, it's just I've raced here for a long time since the start, just like Nick and plenty of the others. I'm just stoked for Gary. Yeah, sorry mate. But good.
All right. I don't know what it is, but I've never had people go to tears on me on the presentation, so that's probably a cue to end it.
No, I haven't cried. I'm holding him. No, I'm just happy for him. He's a good bloke. He's a good bloke.
He's a great bloke. And I was going to say, you took me right to my next point. I was going to ask you about Gaz anyway, because I know you guys are heavily involved there and you help him out. And I think it's a result that we can all get behind and celebrate. But we can also celebrate your success as well. And I know, whether it's from the QTCC committee standpoint or whether it's helping Gaz, that we'll see you at the next round of the championship, and looking forward to that as well, mate. Sure. Well done.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah, good to see you, mate.
And you too. Murray Kemp, Matty Hart, Chris Brown, the podium here in Group A for the second round of 6 in the 2021 Brisbane Collision Centre Queensland Touring Car Championship. When Fiona's ready to rock and roll, we'll get you guys out of here. Well done. And we'll wrap things up from here in the presentation area. For those of you listening on West Bramble Radio on 2MC Sport, we'll have championship points in just a moment. For those of you on the YouTube channel, Mark Giorgio, come back in here with me for a moment as category manager. An interesting day at the office, a good day out, and a mixed bag of results, which is always good in terms of the variety being the spice of life, but a fair bit of attrition to sort out in only 5 weeks.
Yeah, well, that's it. So we've got a bit of time for people to catch up and get their cars sorted, but it was a fantastic race, fantastic day of racing, and very clean, which is what we want. So,
all right, a huge thanks to all the committee members here, of course, Matty Pegg, Wayne Hollyoak, Mark Hyde, Richard Gresham, etc. and so forth. A huge thanks to you guys, to Fee and Pete for doing what they do behind the scenes as well, and to all the sponsors for without we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. So huge thanks to Brisbane Collision Centre, Brisbane Motorworks, Swalleys, Hulley's Automotive, Uniglide, Tyre Busters, Hanno's Car Care, Andrew Knight Electrical, WSM, High Qual Australia, Prestige Stripes and Signs, Vatese Developments, and also the rest of the crew for all their support here. And as far as the next round of the championship is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, it is back here in 5 weeks' time, June 26 and 27. It is the first of 2 rounds in 3 weeks. One here, one at Lakeside. Busiest time of the championship this season, but thankfully a return to 2-day racing, and we're looking forward to that.
Yep, definitely, 100%. So yeah, fantastic. But thanks to everybody for a great day of racing. It was very good. Awesome battles all weekend, or all day, to watch up there. QR were really happy with what we did. It's really good for the category. It's fantastic to be a part of it. And thanks very much. And we look forward to catching up with you next month. So safe travels.
Mark Giorgio, everybody. That's it from the presentation area. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the Queensland Touring Car Championship, the second round of the season. We do it all again in 5 weeks. Until then, bye for now.